Hey, Jim here from the Car Show, guys. And it's November here in Michigan, and most of us have got our vehicles put away for the winter, but I just thought maybe I'd do a top 10 list of things to do before you put them away, just for anybody that's a newbie to the car show scene and are not quite clear of what they need to do when they put these precious vehicles away for the winter. So we're going to start out. Number one is wash and wax that vehicle before you put it away. Obviously, you want it clean. You want it to make sure that it's ready for the spring when you pull it out. So that's always the first thing you're going to do. Second thing is you're going to clean out the interior. Make sure you get rid of any candy wrappers or popcorn bags or whatever you got in there. Most of us don't keep stuff like that in our vehicles, but you don't want to invite any rodents coming in there. So make sure that's all cleaned out. And you pick up some of those silicone gel packs, like you put in your shoe, you get in your shoes when you first buy them. That helps draw the moisture out of the vehicles that are sitting around. So you can usually get those at a dollar store or something like that. Now, as far as going around the outside of the vehicle, you want to make sure you got some mouse traps, or if you have animals, you don't put out the mouse pellets, but some traps or stuff like that. And because you don't want those mice crawling up into the vehicles and dying, and then the vehicle's going to stink come spring. I've actually got some sonic devices that I plug in and put them around my vehicle, and it does a really good job of detracting the mice from coming in around the things. So the fourth thing is you're going to fill up your tank. There's some guys will fill it up, some guys will leave it, try to drain it, but it's kind of hard to drain those tanks and get it completely out. So you don't want talk about gelling up your carburetor, stuff like that. But if you don't fill up your tank, then maybe you want to think about adding a stabilizer to what's left in your tank for the wintertime. Number 5 is make sure you change the oil in the filter. You got to do it. We don't, all of us put a lot of miles on our classic cars, so it's not one of those normal things that you do as far as every 3,000 or 5,000 miles you change your oil. But it's always good to have fresh oil in there when it goes into the wintertime. Number 6, you're going to top off your coolant. Obviously, you're not going to be driving the vehicle, but you want to make sure that coolant is in there and making sure it's protecting your engine. Number 6 is proper tire care. Some guys will take the time and they'll jack their cars up, put them up on blocks, whatever, keep those tires off the ground so you're not getting flat spots. But if you don't have that luxury, or you can't afford the jacks or something like that, make sure that your tires are properly inflated. That help you stops getting those flat spots come spring when you get out and start rolling down the road. So the next thing is disconnect your battery, or add a trickle charger. If you're going to disconnect your battery and take it out of the vehicle, make sure you keep that in a warm spot. You don't keep it out in the cold, because that's going to hurt your battery. Myself, I put a trickle charger on my vehicle, and that's the way we I roll through the wintertime. Now, number 9 is it's sometimes recommended that you start the vehicle every 3 to 4 weeks. Some people have that ability to do that. Some of us are in closed garages and we don't want to have the fumes in our garage and stuff like that. But it does help get the lubrication back up in the engine, keep the valves and everything lubricated. So it is a good idea to start that vehicle every 3 to 4 weeks. And then lastly, number 10, cover your car. Get a good cover, a breathable cover that's not going to hold moisture in on your vehicle and help prevent start rusting in spots and stuff like that. So I hope these 10 items helped you. Hope there was something in there that you might not have thought about. But as always, we appreciate your viewing us here on the Car Show, guys. And come January, we're going to be down in Florida doing those car shows again to help you get through these couple of months of withdrawals.